Wow.
This sound international right here.
No.
Real Eli Caliente.
Very South about.
But y'all niggas didn't know.
It's one of those things.
¿Qué
All right.
pasó, mi amigo?
Welcome.
Welcome.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi guys. We're back.
We're back.
All right.
Two.
Random.
That's right. Let's get the
Repeat.
The
Kmart.
repeat is always on.
My name's Jeff.
I'm gonna start. I'm Pope.
All right. Let's get it.
All right. So, and again, y'all see me do this from time to time, but here we are again. I be wanting to rant, you know what I'm saying? I've personally wrote on my Facebook before about apologies and people being sorry, and not necessarily being sorry. I don't necessarily understand nowadays why we can't agree to disagree, and why if I tell you or if I tell you that something bothers me, that you can't just say to me, "Hey, my bad," and I'm going to change my behavior moving forward.
So you're saying
why do you get to argue with me about my feelings and how I feel?
so I should be sorry about how you feel? Is that what
No,
you're saying?
but if I tell you that you're doing something to offend me, your response shouldn't be to get mad at me and then to argue with me about how I'm feeling. Why is that a thing nowadays? And that's what the whole internet is. It is people arguing with other people about how they feel. And I don't understand it. And it's random strangers, I get it. But if I know you, we know each other, there shouldn't be an argument here. Hey, buddy, we go way back. You did something to me. I didn't like that. Your response should be, all right, my bad, I'm sorry, or whatever it is, and change behavior moving forward. Why are you arguing with me about how I feel?
Because nobody wants to lose.
You're not losing by saying my bad.
No. Now you're like, oh well. So okay. If I say something to you and it hurts your feelings, and you're like, yo, I didn't mean it like that. Oh, you're just like, hey, that hurt my feelings. So like, instead of me saying sorry, it's like, yo, I didn't mean it like that. But you're like, oh well, you still hurt my feelings about it. Well, that's on you because I didn't mean it like that.
That's absurd.
It is, but it's all about people don't want to, for whatever reason, they don't want to be humble themselves and just say sorry.
I'll give you an even hotter time. We can burn it up. If I call you a racist, I look right at you and say, yo, I think you're a racist.
Yeah, so.
And then I say, I think you're racist because of A, B, C, and D. I don't want to. Your response back to me better not be, well, yeah, I'm not a racist because you should absorb what I'm saying to you.
You know it's gonna be like that,
But you should still have something to back up your theory. Like, if you calling me a racist,
Right? But what did I just say? I gave you 4 reasons why I think that you're a racist, and you might not know that you're a racist because that's how it's been lately. Maybe you don't know. Maybe you don't know that you're offending me with the thing that you're doing. Not necessarily that you're racist. That's not necessarily the topic. I'm just using that as an example.
Right, no, I know what you're saying.
But maybe you didn't know that this thing you're doing is wrong.
So
maybe because we're not from the same area. Maybe because we're not from the same town. Maybe because we're not from the same state. Maybe you didn't know that this thing that you were doing is offensive to me, but I tell you and I list the reasons why. You, in turn, do not get to turn around and then argue with me about it. It's crazy.
So is your theory based off feelings or facts?
Facts.
So even if it's even if it's based off feelings, it's like you coming at me in a certain way. My feelings. So say we kind of stumbled on this racism thing. So my feelings as a black person, I feel like what you're saying is racist. And you like, well, I didn't mean it like that. It doesn't matter. It's how it's coming off. And you, even if you say you didn't mean it like that, you meant it in still some type of degrading way. So, example, and not trying to get political with it.
Right.
But you have, this whole thing about them changing books in Florida.
Or the Jason Aldean song.
Yeah, even Jason Aldean. We're not. Yeah.
I mean,
so
examples.
So yeah. so the whole idea of this whole change of things in Florida, they're thinking that like they're coming from a mindset. If I'm purely trying to think of it as from where they're coming from, as far as changing Black history and saying slavery benefited slaves, they're thinking about, oh, we're going to clean it up for the country and clean it up for you, so you don't have to feel bad about it.
Okay, I'll play. I'll play with that.
So I could play with that.
I'll play with that.
But me, as a Black man, I'm like, there's absolutely no benefit from ever being sold and made to do work.
Okay, I'll
I was going to ask you, like, who you talking about? You say that.
okay, no,
Huh?
I'll play with it. I'll be on the other side of that. So if I acquire you and I teach you a skill and I send you out to do things and then I feed you and I house you, okay,
Mhm.
and now at a certain point you get to go free and you leave me with this set of skills that you can then pass on to other people. Did you being with me benefit you?
Yes. So,
So this is what
but
you understand.
if that was all of it, not that you were made, there was, we were made to have sex with our mothers and produce offspring, produce cattle.
I understand.
Not saying that, oh, well, you weren't beat just because we felt like beating you. Not saying that, okay, when you did get your freedom, you opened up the borders to, hold on, you opened up the borders to every white person that you could,
I get what
immigrant
you're-
that you could find,
just
and gave them grants to work lands
hear me-
and
hear me out.
yeah.
Hear me out. If Hitler wrote his biography, he's not going to be the bad guy.
No, but he will say, "Hey, thank you, America. I got all my great ideas from you."
What I'm saying is, these people who are rewriting this, these people who are writing these things or trying to do these things, are ancestors of these people who gave them stories that made it sound like, hey, we were only just doing what the times were doing. We gave these people the means of survival. We gave these people trades. We gave these people this and that, and they're trying to. We don't, because if I tell you the story and I'm the bad guy, I'm not going to tell you the bad parts. I'm just going to tell you all the good that I think I did.
That was
I'm the hero in this story.
that was in our generation. You should just get over it.
Yeah. So why lie about it? That's the thing. Why lie about it? If you have nothing to do about it, why lie about
But
it?
not
There's
to,
no lie.
not
Everybody knows
to-
slavery exists.
okay,
Yeah, and so why say it was good?
not to go too far off topic. The point is,
So
if I'm telling you that this thing is wrong to me, if there's a group of people that are saying, because there's always going to be a group, right? There's always got to be a group.
yeah,
We stop looking at the reasons why the groups are tough. Because in the back of somebody's mind, they're going to be like, oh, they're just complaining to be complaining. I don't understand when or why that became the approach. But people don't just complain for no reason, do they?
yes,
Absolutely.
they do.
Okay.
So that's the other tricky thing about the time that we're living in. So when I tell you hurt my feelings,
Right.
we're almost
reasons have to be valid to me.
No, so we're almost in the cry wolf era. Like, so there's a video going around where there's a guy trying to conduct a street interview, and it's like, "Hey, ma'am or sir, I don't want to misgender you. What do you identify as?" And she was like, I say she. They were like, screw you, dude. And he was like, because he was like, well, so yeah, she was like, so what are you? And she was like, well, screw you, dude. And he was like, okay, well, ma'am, what do you, blah, blah, blah. She was like, oh, now you're going to misgender me? And he was like, that's why I asked you how to address you earlier. And so we can, and not picking on that group of people, but we can be oversensitive with some things. And so if I'm purely coming to you and saying, hey, my G, I'm worried for you. You've been snoring. You've been stopped breathing. I think you need to lose some weight. you tell me that offends you, and I tell you, hey, I'm not coming at you ugly.
That's a difference. See, that's what I'm saying. That there's if you came and you said that to me and you said and I said, hey, Martin, that offends me, and you turn around and you look at me and go, I promise you that's not my intent. I'm coming from a good place. And that is something different than you going, you know what, hell no. Like I said what I said because I feel that way, and you can take it or leave it or have it. That's something
But
different. Those are two different things.
But yeah, but sometimes it's not even that dramatic. But sometimes it's like you say, you tell that you're like, yo, that that hurt my feelings. But I'm like, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I'm trying to help you.
Verbiage changes our interaction.
But what if I just say, hey, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I'm just trying to help you. You need to lose some weight, my guy.
That is offensive.
Is it offensive?
Yes.
To you?
So there's a.
Yes, that is very offensive.
I heard something. So.
Come out. You don't think that's offensive?
To you?
Yes, to John.
Specifically to you.
Just that statement in general.
Yeah, if I say that to you.
I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, but. And then they proceed to hurt your feelings.
But it's just it depends on who. I think it depends on who you are.
Is it offensive or not?
I don't think so. Because I know
it is offensive.
No, because I know you, and if you're talking to me that way, then you're talking to me that way for a reason.
So you tell me, anytime I gave you some tough, hard advice, you weren't pissed off at me at all.
No, I felt some type of way because you was only. But listen, you was only telling me some shit that I already knew. You was talking to me as like a big brother, and I'm like, I didn't want to hear it, but I knew you was right.
But you felt some type of way about it.
Yeah, but that's on me though. That's my own feelings and own emotions. That wasn't
so in that situation, you still have the right to be like, Martin, hey, I appreciate it, but I'm not in that headspace right now.
But if I were to get upset,
and then if I got upset about you telling me you're not in that headspace, you didn't appreciate me talking to you like that, and then I got upset. Well, you need to hear this. F that. You need to hear this.
Then he's completely in the wrong.
Then I'm in the wrong.
And that's
even though it's your feelings and something you need to deal with, I can't.
But that would be you projecting, not me.
It's not me projecting.
Yes, you are.
I don't have no issue.
You project. If you were to get upset, that would be you projecting.
See, now you projected on me because now you getting upset.
No, I'm not.
Sounds like you are. You look a little.
You look a little bothered.
Almost touching the mic. Like
you point that finger, very aggressive.
I'm just saying.
Stop. Hey, stop. No homo. He didn't mean that. He didn't mean that, America. This ain't that type of pod. Chill out.
No aggression here. You're good.
No, he was.
Well, y'all attacking me.
Put that meat on his chest. Pause.
Hey yo. And we'll be right back.
I hate you both. Anyways, no, that would be you projecting, not me. Because you get upset because you feel so strongly about that situation. You're only looking out for me, and when I don't reciprocate or I don't heed what you're trying to tell me, so you get upset with me.
So let me ask you this: so in that situation, I get upset, and then you get upset back. So who's at fault?
You.
But you're upset too now.
Because you made me that way.
Not necessarily.
That's your feelings.
See, and you just said that he can't make you feel any type of way.
Because he's getting upset with me after I already explained to him that I'm cool on that, I appreciate it, but he get mad at me.
So back to my original question. Why is it that we can't just tell people, hey, you're doing something that I don't like, or hey, I'm telling you something that you should possibly hear, and you can't just say, you know what, you're right, or hey, I hear you. Change behavior moving forward.
Like you said earlier, people don't want to be wrong.
Yeah,
it's not about being right or wrong.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're in the times where everything is team, and it's either who wins, who lose. If I'm on team me, if I think I'm saying whatever I'm saying is right, I don't care if it hurts your feelings. I'm gonna get upset because I'm trying to show you love. Yeah, and that's it.
I agree with you, and I'm just saying that there's no gray area when it comes to somebody's feelings anymore. There's no understand. There's no try to understand. That's what I'm all about.
But I'm not talking. And again, I should have said this again. So I'm not talking about strangers. I'm talking about people that we know. You know, right. I know, he knows that we generally know, and that sometimes they do things that are unacceptable or that you don't like or whatever it is, what have you. Why is there no gray area there?
Because there's no understanding. They see it as black and white, like that. Oh, that couldn't be me. That was me. I do this, and that. Instead of understanding
like that. Yeah, my bad.
Instead of trying to understand where that person is coming from, because we all have different views and different takes on all kinds of things. So the way I feel could be different the way you feel.
But if I'm listing off the things that have made me feel this way that you did, why are people not receptive to that aspect of it?
Because they're ready for a fight. They want to argue. They want to. So it's kind of like, so the Chappelle stand up where he was talking about transgenders. So a lot of people, and I keep name dropping. Maybe they'll follow us. Conscious Lee.
Oh yeah.
He was talking about how he was punching down on the trans community. And then somebody asked him, did he watch the whole special? He said, no, it doesn't matter. But it does matter. Because if you watch the whole special, there was context to it. There was context to it. There was a story behind it. And it was essentially he's saying, you don't have to know somebody or understand somebody to realize that they're human and they go through things also.
But that would just assume that people have empathy.
You're born with it.
Not everybody.
Everybody's born with it. Whether you choose to use it or exercise it is on you.
But if you're trained, like I think we've been trained in society now, that if somebody opposes you, they're the devil.
Well,
they're bad. If I'm a Democrat and you're a Republican, you're automatically the devil. Not that, hey, I don't understand your views, I don't like it.
That only comes into play with age. I think that's an age gap.
No.
Yes.
I see young guys,
young Republicans.
Young Republicans are, because they've been brainwashed. Young Republicans, young Democrats, been brainwashed to not understand that people will have a difference in opinion.
I have friends,
and that they think people are enemy.
I have friends that are, and this isn't again, we're not being political and we're not stretching these topics. I have friends that, everyone knows how I feel about Trump. We've had the Trump talk. Everyone knows how I feel about that. I have friends that absolutely love the man, that think he was the greatest thing since sliced bread. They tell me why they think that. And all I say is, okay, I don't need to now argue with you because you feel that way about something.
But do they tell you why? Do they know why?
They have the reasons, whatever it is. It's not for me. It's not for me to disagree with you. It's not for me to argue with you because I don't need to do that. There's no reason for me to attack you as a person and your character because you like something that I don't, because you feel a way that I don't, because you care about something that I don't.
I 100% agree with that.
But
if you are going and see, this is the thing that I think that people have trouble with, and that's why there's arguments. Sometimes you want them to have a valid reason, not because I like him because he's cool, or hey, I don't eat meat. Well, that's something different. But people argue about like the pettiest things, like the carnivore diet. Like they're like legit people arguing about, hey, I know you feeling great and feeling healthy, but you can't sustain that diet. I'm like, okay,
I'm
cool.
Say this one time. I'm never going to say it again. It takes two people to argue. You don't have to respond to it. You don't have to do any of that stuff. You can just agree and disagree and let them talk themselves out of breath.
But most people don't think that you can have a difference of opinion or feel a certain type of way and still respect that.
Because of the energy that you're bringing across the table. I know who I can and cannot talk to. I immediately pick up on it right now, if I walked in the room and said, hey, Trump, I'm going to get two responses. I know which side to go to based off those responses. And I know how the conversation is going to go based off those responses.
So let me ask you this. Do you ever feel like you have a responsibility to
I'm already loaded.
argue with somebody
Only the ones I care about.
about the feelings. So
Only the people I care about.
let's go back to why if I tell you something
Okay.
like that hurts your feelings, you know,
But-
do I have a responsibility? You tell me I said something that hurts your feelings. Do I have a responsibility? I'm like, hey, no, this is going to help you. I don't care how you feel.
That is rude. But if, again, as my friend, as somebody who knows me, if you truly feel that way, you should know how to deliver information to me without it coming across as being a jackass.
Let me give you a tricky question.
Okay?
So we all can agree that racism exists.
Sure.
Racist.
Yes.
Does it?
Right,
Yes.
right. Racists suck. We can say we don't
Yeah.
like we don't like a racist.
I'm not
No.
on board with that. I don't know if racism exists or not.
Shut up, jackass.
I want to fight you.
Okay, so why is it? And I know both of y'all agree. Well, let me ask you first. So, would you? Somebody came in and was just dropping N-bombs, piss you off, right? Like make you feel some type of way. I mean, nowadays
Maybe.
you don't get as mad. You don't get as mad.
Yeah.
But why is it that the undercover racists we don't respect, but we're cool with? But it's the blatant racists, and I know y'all can agree with me on this. The blatant racists we're not cool with, but we'll respect them.
Because I don't have to worry about them stabbing me in my back.
But why?
Hey.
But why are we still cool with the undercover racists? The ones.
Real quick, true story. When I used to go to Gold's Gym all the time, I used to go in there, big dude. I'm not gonna call his name. Some people may know him around here. Aryan Nation or whatever. It's really into, that thing. Met him a couple of times. He used to work out. I mean, big dude, tattoos everywhere. He believes what he believes.
Yeah.
We've had several conversations. Very intelligent dude, and he said to me the same thing I said to him. I don't really care what he believes, and that's his beliefs. It's his right to believe in that, and I respect it. And the fact that he can do that and separate the two, because it doesn't matter what you believe, you still have to go out into the world and be a decent human being.
No, you don't.
He's not pushing his beliefs off on me. I'm not pushing my beliefs off on you. I believe this, you believe this. We can coexist in the same space and go on about our business.
And that's the difference there. Because we're cool, and this is just me. So we're cool with the covert racist because I look at it, okay, well, you know your place then. If you don't want to act crazy to me, I won't act crazy to you. And it's kind of like the same people. Hey, if you're overt racist, you out there racist like that, we don't share the same spaces. So if we share in the same spaces, that person that we're cool with, you better be cordial.
But if he came
vice
in and was
versa.
like, this is how I feel, and you're not validating the way I feel and my beliefs, that makes you an asshole.
Not really. It's all about respect.
Yeah.
I could care less. Again, I could care less what you believe in, as long as you. And I've said this to many people. As long as you don't call me out my name, as long as you're not directing that junk toward me, I don't really care. But
Yes.
now, if you want to cross some lines and mix words with me,
Yeah, that's a different story.
that is a completely
And
different story.
And I'm actually cool with people being racist. I don't care.
Right.
I really don't care.
I honestly don't care.
It's the, okay, you're racist.
wishy-washy.
Yeah, well, if you're racist, you don't want me in your house. That's cool. You don't want me dating your daughter. Fine, I'm cool with that. We don't have to mix. We don't have to
let's
mix.
pretend like it's not racist.
Yeah,
I
but
hate that.
now, yeah,
I hate
but
it.
you have those. I'm not. Yeah, let's pretend it's not racist.
Well, I just don't understand. I don't see the problem.
I just want my community to be all white,
Yeah.
even though we work at the same place.
We
You
we can be cool at work, but I'd never invite you to my neighborhood. I mean, I don't see what the problem is.
you need to
If
drive
that's the way they feel. Why does that make you so upset?
because now you're not talking about you're making it inconvenient for me. It's not inconvenient for me not to ever go over your house or date your daughter. It's inconvenient for me to have to drive an extra 45 minutes to go to work because you don't want me in your neighborhood. It's inconvenient to me for you to.
Don't get upset, Jamal.
Oh, my bad. Come on, Jamal.
Put down the strap.
It's the inconvenience. You call me an N-word. It's not very inconvenient.
So
to
them
me.
being racist is an inconvenience for you.
Them being racist and try to put stipulations on my life.
How are you still racist anyway? You can't like. I don't know. Again, I don't even know how we got here, but we're here. You can't.
Who doesn't like white taco night?
What?
White people taco night.
What the hell is that?
How can you be
We
racist?
might have to pause this. We're gonna fight.
You never like you don't white
that
people
really-
taco night?
Is that really a thing? Or are you fucking with us?
I think
No.
you fuck with us. And I don't say that a lot, but I
Yo,
what he's doing.
white people taco night. You just like the crunchy tacos from the store that Mexicans never eat.
I'm
What-
very perplexed right now.
What are you talking? Are you?
I think so.
I think
he's
he messing
doing a
with us.
thing.
No, I'm talking
Doing
about
a bit right
there's
now.
like levels of racism. There's people that how can you not like
What? Okay.
how can you be racist? How can you not like white
I'm
people
just gonna dismiss whatever he's saying. 'Cause I don't
from
know
white
what
people
he's saying.
taco night? How can you not like Mexicans with
My thing
burritos?
is how are you
Everything is
still
food for me.
racist at this point in time when you can't go anywhere to avoid other races? It doesn't matter where you go. There's going to be a mixture of races. You can't go anywhere. Like
You-
everywhere you go, there's going to be multicultural faces that you have to deal with.
But there's still the need for people to feel superior to somebody.
Yo,
And so if we're both poor,
don't turn this into something.
it is. That's what people. That's
It's gonna be,
because
it's gonna be a 2-hour pod.
because we talk about racism, and it's like you said, how can you be? It's the dumbest thing because we work together, our kids go to school together, we our taxes go to the same roads, but for whatever
We don't know
reason,
where our taxes go.
we don't. It's the same pockets, yeah. But for whatever reason, you feel like you have to have the one up on me, so. You don't want me to have the job I have. You don't want me to have the same house I have. But that's there's there's plenty of stories out there. There was she was an Indian lady, Indian, like not Native American, but she had like over like I don't remember the amount, but she was making minorities drug tests that were on parole dirty, like come back negative, saying they failed it, and putting people in jail
That's insane.
just because they're black or a minority, a different minority than she was.
I mean,
And today we still have, for whatever reason, this stigma that black people are lazy. We still have this stigma that black females are loud.
I got y'all kill me with this. Is I wouldn't like just common sense and us being adults has to become a factor at some point.
It's not.
Like it has to. Like these we gotta
There's there's no common sense because we don't understand that we're all in the same boat. There's a lot of
they
people.
do understand we're in the same boat.
No, they don't.
They do.
They
They
don't.
do understand.
They absolutely don't. They
they want to be on the upper deck while we're on the bottom.
Yeah, but we're in the same boat. The people that are in charge they're not on our boat. They're on yachts.
Mentally,
Huh?
mentally they're not because they think they're so superior that we don't even belong in the same.
And statistics will say all the things they think about us are the things that they're doing, and we don't even. We gotta wrap this. We gotta wrap this.
What were we talking about? Lying? What were we talking about?
Basically, why can't we tell people how we feel and they have a positive response? Is basically what it's
Because the same reason why you're tapping out is exhausting. Hey, it's exhausting for you to
very
tell me that your feelings are hurt. Shut up.
True that. I'm done.
Yeah, there's sometimes where I'm like, I've had to explain myself. It's exhausting trying to explain yourself too. Like
It
saying
really
that you
is.
didn't mean it that way. Okay, I have to break everything down that I'm saying and dissect everything that you felt. So I got to break every single thing down. Okay, this is not what I said. It's not how I meant it. This is what I said. This is how you're taking it. This is what I feel that you're doing to me, and as a result to me doing to you. So it's a lot to dissect when it comes to
So
feelings.
yeah, so we've had these conversations, me and my wife, and she says I repeat myself, but I'm just trying to get my point across.
That
And I want you to understand me and feel why I'm saying this hurt my feelings. I want you to not be ready and to reload. And that's why I think it's a continuous back and forth argument, because people are like, no, I want you to feel the reason why I'm saying this. These are my feelings. I want you to, hey, I know you said it hurt your feelings, but I want you to feel the way I feel right now when I'm telling you this is important, and I think it's important to you. It should be important to you, whether it's somebody intimate or whether you talk about politics, or whether you talk about racism. I want you to understand why what you're saying doesn't make sense to me. It's like, why? How are you thinking that way? Make me understand.
But why are you
bullet
getting so
points.
defensive when it comes to something like that? Instead of trying to understand, you're making it seem like what they feel is wrong.
Not what they feel, because typically you go back in circles. One person is expressing exactly the way they feel. The other person is just giving you, sometimes it's just giving you, it's because I feel like that. Don't worry about it. You know, why should I explain the way I feel, my feelings to you? Why don't you just accept them? Hey, I don't like water. I only drink high fructose corn syrup.
I need to say it.
I don't need to explain anything to you. This is what I drink. You know? And it's like, but why don't you drink water?
I don't like it. I don't know. I just don't.
Did we not have like a 15-minute conversation?
Yeah, we did. I just don't drink water. I don't know why.
That's what it is. It's like, but you like, I just don't do it. It's like, it's mind-boggling to me.
It's like
You got to say something.
like
Tell
the
me
same-
something different.
It's like the same thing. Then why don't you eat cat?
Huh? I eat booty. That's why. Got 2 jobs, 2 phones.
You is not allowed to have no cups in my house. You bring your own damn drink. Nah.
The
Son.
way you caressing that mic, you need to stop.
Oh, you like that?
John is really done. Poke has slowed down, and I think it's time to wrap it.
Yeah.
We got a little off
Something you
topic.
should have done.
Hey, this is one of the reasons why we don't dig into political stuff or mainstream controversial stuff, divisive stuff.
You always bring that shit up.
I could talk about it all day,
I know.
but we do appreciate y'all listening.
Definitely appreciate y'all listening.
I'm
Name's
Kmart.
Jeff. Again.
And I'm Pope.
We out.
We out there.